You've been there, right? Your team spends months on a campaign. The CEO signs off, you hit launch, and poof, it just vanishes. This isn't some bad dream, it's just another day in what we call the attention economy. So let's dive right in, because the rules have completely changed, and believe me, the clock is ticking way faster than you think. Okay, here's the first number that should probably make you a little nervous. By 2025, the average human attention span is projected to be just 8.25 seconds. To put that in perspective, that's officially shorter than the attention span of a goldfish. A goldfish. It's wild, right? So you're thinking, 8 seconds? That's a tough window to work with. Well, buckle up. Because when we're talking about grabbing attention on a screen, it gets a whole lot worse. Yeah, this is the number that should really keep you up at night. 2.8 seconds. That's it. That's the average amount of time your brand has to make an impression on a screen before someone's brain just checks out and scrolls on. Let me be crystal clear. If you haven't won them over by the 3-second mark, you've already lost. So let's call this what it is, the 2.8-second apocalypse. This isn't just some small challenge. For a lot of brands, it's a total crisis, especially when you look at exploding digital markets like Bangladesh, where you have millions of new people coming online. You're not fighting for minutes of their time anymore. You're fighting for microseconds. And frankly, most brands are showing up to this fight completely unprepared. And look, the sheer scale of the failure here it's just staggering. A whopping 85% of all online ads fail to even pass the 2.5-second memory threshold. So what does that mean? It means they don't even stick in someone's brain long enough to be remembered. We are just pouring marketing budgets into a black hole of digital noise. So you have to ask, why does this keep happening over and over again? Well, it's because of what I call the great metrics lie. The truth is, the very tools we've been taught to trust, the numbers we use to measure success, they're fundamentally broken. We've been chasing ghosts, optimizing for metrics that don't actually mean anything. You know, let's not beat around the bush. To put it bluntly, just like the source material does, impressions are bullshit. For years, we celebrated reach, we gave each other high fives over view counts, and the whole time, our audience was just looking right past us. They weren't really there. Okay, check this out. This is a perfect example of the problem. An ad can be technically viewable on a screen for, let's say, 15 seconds. The platform counts that. But when you use eye tracking studies, you find out people only actually look at it for maybe 5 seconds. That's just a third of the time. We're paying for 15 seconds of exposure, but only getting 5 seconds of real attention if we're lucky. And here's another thing. Not all attention is created equal. Not even close. 1 hour of focused attention during, say, a live sports game, that's valued at around $33. Pretty good, right? Well, 1 hour of attention on social media plummets to just 25 cents. We are pouring billions of dollars into the cheapest, lowest value attention real estate on the planet, and then we scratch our heads wondering why we're not seeing results. Okay, so enough of the doom and gloom. Here's the good news. Attention isn't just some random lottery. It's not luck. It can actually be engineered. There's a science to it, a calculable framework. And now we're going to break down exactly how it works. So it really boils down to this attention equation, which is built on 4 key things. First, cognitive load. How much brain power does it take to understand? Second, pattern interruption. Does it stop the endless scroll? Third, emotional resonance. Does it make you feel something? And fourth, platform optimization. Was it actually made for the platform it's on? You master these 4, you master attention. So let's just grab one of those, cognitive load, and see what it looks like in the real world. I mean, think about it. You just can't use the same ad for a Gen Z audience who has maybe an 8-second attention span as you would for a baby boomer who might give you 20 seconds. That beautifully produced 30-second explainer video you're so proud of, to a younger audience, it's dead on arrival. They're gone. You have to tailor the cognitive load, the mental effort, to exactly who you're talking to. All right, so how do we actually put all this into practice? We do it by following a proven 7-step playbook. Think of this as the blueprint, the architecture for building campaigns that don't just get seen, they actually get remembered. Okay, let's walk through the first part. Step 1, you have to design your message to deliver value, bam, right in that first 2.8-second window. Step 2 is about platform sequencing. This just means you build your content specifically for TikTok, for YouTube, for Instagram. You're not just chopping up one video and posting it everywhere. That doesn't work. Step 3, you have to completely shift your mindset. Start buying actual seconds of attention, not just empty impressions. And step 4,
Build a whole ecosystem of tiny connected pieces of content. Surround your audience instead of just hoping one big campaign does all the work.
All right, moving on. Step 5, get your brand in there early. We're talking logos, key colors, brand cues, all within the first 1.5 seconds. Step 6 is about creating what we call interactive exit ramps. Basically, don't wait until the very end to ask for a click. Put things like polls or swipe up links in early to catch people while they're still engaged. And finally, step 7, and this might be the most important one, measure what actually matters. Start tracking things like average view time and attention seconds per dollar. It's time to stop obsessing over those old vanity metrics. Now, this isn't just some nice theory I'm talking about. The smartest brands on the planet are already playing by these rules and absolutely dominating their markets. Let's take a look at a couple of winners. Let's talk about Liquid Death. They sell canned water. I mean, could you think of a more boring product? But their whole philosophy is simple. Make entertainment, not marketing. They create stuff that people genuinely want to watch. And the product? It's just a side character in their crazy stories. So you can see two totally different but equally winning strategies here. On one hand, you have Liquid Death going for big, broad entertainment and earning people's willing attention. Then you've got a brand like Pop Mart, which is super data-driven. They nail these tiny micro moments and build this incredible community, all in little 8-second bursts. Different methods, same result. They're both winning the attention war.
Okay, so you see the problem, you get the framework, and you've seen how the winners are playing the game. So there's really only one question left, right? What are you going to do about it starting today? All right, here's your action plan. 4 things you can do in the next 30 days to start turning things around. First, audit your campaigns using real attention metrics. Second, go back and rebuild the first 3 seconds of every single video you've got. Seriously. Third, shift at least 30% of your budget to creating content that's native to each platform. And fourth, start setting KPIs that are based on attention, not those old misleading vanity metrics.
So let's just bring it all back to that one single fact. We know that 85% of online ads are basically invisible. They're forgotten almost instantly. So the only question you really need to answer for your brand is this. Are you going to be part of that 85%? Or are you going to be the one that actually breaks through?